I was sent to a page at debate.org about why atheists are dumb. I wasn't originally going to get into this. I don't think debate is a good way to determine reality. It's a good setting to work out political or social arguments, but on how the universe runs, facts and evidence are what is needed, not cunning arguments. But I got sucked into his claims, so had to respond. 1. They constantly say that gods aren't real, like they're angry about it. If you're angry about something not existing, you should seek it out, not reject it. I am not at all angry at God for its non-existence, any more than I'm angry at the non-existence of a chocolate substitute that's both healthy for me and tastes delicious. I haven't been shown one exists, but I'm not angry that it doesn't. I can, and sometimes do, get angry at God's fan club, since believers of multiple religions will try to use their beliefs to control how others behave, or give special privileges to one group over another. As for seeking it out, I'm not the one making the claim. If someone wants to convince others that a belief is true, then they're the ones that need to provide evidence. This describes the behavior of most internet atheist celebrities. As an internet celebrity myself, I can honestly say that being angry about something that doesn't exist does not describe me at all. 2. You follow evolutionary hypotheses like the faithful, even though the scientifically knowledgeable you aspire to be wouldn't do that. As an aside, not all atheists believe in evolution. The majority do, but is not a necessity or a requirement. You can lack belief in a god and still think that natural selection is wrong and the diversity of life on this planet is caused by something else. However, biological evolution through natural selection is no longer a hypothesis, it's a scientific theory. It has evidence to back it up, observations and predictions support it, and while it could be falsified, it never has been. I accept that it's the explanation for the diversity of life on this planet, because it's the only explanation that has been shown to correspond with what we have observed. If a better theory comes along that has stronger evidence, then I will be willing to change my mind and accept that one. I personally used to have some issues with evolutionary theory. I had some problems with it, but the people who understood it were able to provide evidence to show me I was wrong. I am willing to change my mind if evidence is presented to me. 3. If atheism is the absence of belief, then you are all stupid by default. I got nothing. That's not even an argument. It's just an insult with nothing to back it up. Lacking belief does not equal lacking of intelligence. I don't accept the existence of a deity because there's never been shown any reason to accept one. I don't think that's stupid, but rather healthy skepticism. I personally think that holding beliefs without evidence is unintelligent behavior. 4. They think evolution from animals to man happened despite there being no good evidence for that fact. Then blast theists for not having any evidence for the existence of one deity. Fail. Let's start with your first mistake. We are animals. Specifically, we're members of the great ape family. We can trace our lineage with some confidence to other primates, back to earlier mammals, and even further to reptiles, fish, and other distantly related animals. As I brought up in an earlier question, evolution has been shown to occur in plants and animals, and since we are animals, it can be safely assumed that we evolved from other animals. I don't blast anyone for not having any evidence of their deity. I just don't have any reason to accept it myself because no evidence has been provided. If I said you owed me several $1,000s, but I had no paperwork to back it up, I think you'd be skeptical about my claim, and you'd be right to be so. I don't expect you to blindly start writing me checks. 5. They refer to themselves as free thinkers, but won't think freely about God. I've been open to the claims about God, but since no evidence has ever been provided, I find the claims lacking. You can make any kind of claims you want, but without evidence to back them up, they can be dismissed just as quickly. Being a free thinker doesn't mean you accept anything that somebody claims, but that you don't let your personal biases and what you want to be true influence your understanding of the world. That's why I rely on evidence to determine what is true. If there was evidence to show a deity or deities existed, I would have to accept that evidence. 6. They have never studied Christianity past what they learned in Sunday school. I always find it humorous when I get called out for not knowing about specific religions. I've taken several university-level religious studies courses, covering a variety of Eastern and Western religions. And, not surprising at all, Christianity was one of the ones I had to study. I have a decent understanding of the claims of numerous religions, and the problem is the claims about the supernatural always end up lacking any kind of evidence to back them up. Oh, and full disclosure, I never went to Sunday school. 7. They sympathize with other religions as if they were good, but hate Christianity. I disagree with the supernatural claims of other religions as much as I disagree with the claims of Christianity. As I mentioned, the one thing that all religions have in common is they make declarations they are unable to back up with evidence. That being said, I also disagree with thought crime and think everyone should be able to believe whatever they want. The reason there's a perception that atheists are against Christianity more than other religions is that in the West, Christianity is the religion that makes the most attempts to control how others behave, even those outside their belief system. And I sympathize with anybody who's forced to act according to another's beliefs. I may not agree with them, but people of all religions should have the right to believe whatever they want, up until the point where it starts to affect others. 8. They hate closed-mindedness, yet follow atheist celebrities' advice like it's God's will in everything they do. I don't blindly follow atheist celebrities. Hell, even the ones that have lines of thought very similar to mine, I disagree with from time to time. That's kind of related to point 5. I like to think of myself as a free thinker, and there are things I agree with others about and things I don't. I've come to my decisions on my own, and not by blindly following anybody else. As a celebrity myself, I don't want people to blindly follow me. If I can make a case for something well enough to convince somebody else, great. But if I can't, I expect to be called out on it, and have been many times. 9. They think since some holy books are bullshit, therefore all holy books are bullshit. That's crazy logic. Religious claims about the supernatural have never panned out. It is not simply dismissing all claims because some claims have never been proven, but all religions make declarations without any kind of confirmation. After several thousand years of making assertions with no evidence, it's a safe bet that those claims can be dismissed. That is not to say there is no chance that they're correct, but without proof, there's no reason to accept them. 10. They hate their parents, and that's the main reason they stop believing in religion. Give me a minute.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we've paid our fare with a hobo song.
Whew, long trip. I don't have any issues with my parents. They brought me up to be a free thinker and to question everything. No, we didn't always agree, but I can't say that I ever hated them, even through my teenage years, where the cliche is everybody is supposed to hate their parents. I think you have atheists confused with some other group whose leader says they have to hate their parents and the rest of the family to belong and follow. Huh, what group was that? On the tip of my tongue. Who was the leader who said their parents and children should hate each other? It'll come to me. That does lead to an interesting conundrum if you're right. What about atheists who have children? If those children don't hate their parents, will they become theists? Or, if the kids were atheists, would they still hate their parents? My son doesn't believe in a god, and proudly calls himself an atheist, but he doesn't hate me. He is incredibly embarrassed by me, on a fairly regular basis.
I am constantly embarrassed by you.
But, so far, no hate. There we go, another list of claims responded to. If anybody has others out there they've come across, or just have questions of their own, please send them my way.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. for long, just turn around and I'm gone again.